Hi, everybody, and welcome again to FPL Goodfellas, where we're not great, but we're Goodfellas. And Goodfellas help each other out as we climb up the FPL table. So, again, as mentioned, new season, new name, but the same obsession with FPL and hopes that we can do well. Together with me today, we have Goodfella Pio and Goodfella the A game. I don't know why, but okay, we shall see. Later on, he will share with us who he has picked as his A team. All right. So, without further ado, let's start today's session. I hope you guys are doing good and all ready to kick off the first game tomorrow, right? Tomorrow,
Yeah,
very quick.
Saturday,
Yes,
Friday
tomorrow.
Exams coming up.
early Saturday morning deadline. So don't forget, it's not a Saturday evening. It's tomorrow actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
looking
Zul, don't
forward
forget
to
Zul.
looking forward to Man U winning the first game. So, but before we start, let's look at the sadly the injuries list actually.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
this should be in favor of us actually for United fans like us. Us meaning myself and good fella Fonzy. Gabriel Jesus is still working his way back from a long-term injury. He hasn't featured all summer at all. No friendlies, no nothing. But the danger is that they have a fully fit squad, and of course they've got their new striker, Gyökeres. Villa,
Untested, I think.
hmm, yes, Ruben Amorim's ex-protege as well. That will be quite intriguing to watch. Of course, Villa Martinez is missing the season's opener. There'll be someone else that we'll mention also missing the season opener due to a one match ban. Morgan Rogers is the main concern, but there is all optimism that he is going to make it for the match. Okay, and he limped off against Roma on 6th of August, but it doesn't seem to be a major injury. Justin Clever, on the other hand, may definitely will not be playing the first game, actually. So this will be good news for people who own maybe Semenyo and Ivan Nilsson, because then penalty duties will be passed on to these guys, one of these two guys. And Clever's recovery is going slower than was originally
Initially
diagnosed.
expected.
Mm. So that's one. Mark Gahey may be playing, maybe starting the first match as well, and he featured in the Charity Shield as well. So apparently he was only suffering from cramps when leaving the field at Wembley. So look for him to be back.
Time of the month. Okay, so now moving on to Everton.
All right. Now, Everton, after the signing of Grealish, then came, we cannot live very long with just good news. So, Mikalenko went out injured with a muscle injury, and very recently, Jared Brentwaite is out with a hamstring injury in training. That looks like to be a long-term one, and we already do not have a right back. So, that's a bit of a danger to Everton. Everton players lah. I mean, those of you who have Everton players, or those who have Taki, maybe it will be a good. Maybe he has 100 block shots, maybe against Leeds. Yeah?
Tafran, Tafran, can you climb
The
out of
A
the swimming
game,
pool?
yeah, the
Climb
A
out from
game
the
is
swimming pool
Okay, okay.
first.
Okay,
submerging.
okay, okay. I was bubbling again. Is it okay?
Yeah,
So can you guys hear me now? Yep.
it's like a mermaid,
Okay.
man.
So
Yep.
Fulham, Fulham
Merlion
Anthony
lah,
Robinson.
please.
All right. Fulham Anthony Robinson missed out all preseason. Ryan Sessegnon came on after 20 minutes in the latest friendly. Liverpool are almost a fully fit squad except for the three names here. Gravenberch definitely not going to play because he's suspended, and Connor Bradley and Joe Gomez are still out. For Man City, those of you with Man City players, Rodri and Phil Foden are the obvious ones, and Guardiola, that's the one for those of you who have him, especially those in the early part setting your teams. Guardiola does not seem to be in the team in the last friendly, so keep a lookout on that one.
But then again, if you look at the Man City and squad rotation, this is something that you cannot actually predict very well. Moving on, we have Newcastle, where Joe Willock has been ruled out for 4 to 6 weeks. Anthony Gordon is expected to be okay, even though that there was that ankle twist on Saturday. Solanke actually returned for the Wednesday's game, but for Spurs, I mean, but unfortunately, Udogi remains out, and Spurs have to do without Kulusevski and also James Madison. So teams that are playing against Spurs, right? So this is where you might want to take the advantage. For West Ham, Somerville hasn't been. How do you pronounce that first name?
Christian Schick.
Crescencio. Uh, hasn't been seen in action all summer, and at least we know that he has started training. Unlike Isak, who's actually still questionable. Don't know whether he's training or not, but as you can see, no one has him in his team at the moment because it's so many question marks regarding that. Okay,
Mm.
so talking about player picks, let's have a look at those that the two of you have looked at. Okay, this is how your teams look like. Can you tell us more about your choices?
Okay, Pio, you want to go first?
Okay, so I actually haven't. I'm still tinkering with it. There may be one or two more changes in my team, but as of now, this is how my final 15 look like. Devaney is going to come down to the subs, of course. Of course, I'm going to start with Evan Nilsson against Liverpool because he scored against them the last time around as well. And Liverpool's defense, as Crystal Palace has shown, can be quite shaky for now. I've gone for Sells as the keeper. I think he's a very, very popular pick right now, currently. Of course, people are banking on the fact that he's the value for money keeper because of the fact that it's Nottingham Forest's defense, based on last season as well. However, I myself am not too convinced by this defense for this season, though. So we'll have to see how. Uh, Van de Ven is really a budget enabler for me, and he comes from a Spurs team which personally I don't want to touch, but they seem to have the best fixture run going on, at least the opening game weeks. So that's why he's in my team. The Kuiper has already scored a goal, and he seems to be one of those marauding left backs for Brighton. So that's something that I'm quite excited about to see. And he's cheap. Diouf. Everybody's going for one Bissaka, but I decided on Diouf because he already had an assist in one of the friendlies as well, and he seems to be very attacking as well. So why not, right? Um, so Palmer, of course, no need to say, Palmer makes Chelsea tick. If I may even be willing to stick up my head and say that he may be the new Salah for this season, Cole Palmer, because he's currently owned by so many people in the league. Mbomo is I normally have this rule where I don't pick new players, but Momo is different because he's a United player right now, and he's proven himself to be, I think, the league's second best midfielder last season after Salah. So of course he's going to start in this team. I was impressed by Sa. Ismailia Sa was quite a good, and he's in playing in a very advanced position for Crystal Palace as well, almost like Mateta's partner as well. So, and he's a midfielder. So I think I'm going for this guy, despite the fact that he doesn't have penalties. Gakpo is going to be my Liverpool coverage for now, uh, and he's a starter on the left wing, so he's there. Haaland, I think a lot of people are discounting him. I like this season because there are many options for us. There are quite a few good options for us right at the start. Haaland is going to come good, I think, for this season. And I think City has strengthened well enough, so he may just come good, especially with Chucky passing through and all. And Watkins is on fire. He is just Premier League proven talent, the highest number of goals scored by a striker minus penalties. And yeah, so he would, if you take away the penalties, he may even be one of the league's top scorer. So Venezuela is there. Tosin, I just want to say this that both of Chelsea's centre backs have come down with injury. There will be no Chaloba starting. There will be no the other guy, Colwill, as well. So Tosin is the reluctant starting centre back to partner with anyone else. And Fofana is slowly coming back, so he's definitely going to start. And this was also embodied in the fact that he captained the side in the previous friendly. So he is going to be my budget Chelsea defender. Just like Devaney, he's also my budget enabler. Konate is my alternative to VVD, Virgil van Dijk. And
Hey,
Kelleher
wait.
is just a knock. Mm.
Then, if you're so convinced about this subs bench, why don't you bench boost?
I am not convinced. Okay, one thing, Kelleher, I'm not sure whether he will start, and I don't want to waste my bench boost right the first week. So I may look at the second week or third week. And as of now, I Devaney is not going to give me your 90 minutes.
Hmm.
Devaney is still going to be a sub, although he's a very good sub. Currently, he's my budget enabler. I'm waiting for Sesko to come good, and maybe even
A lot,
Gyökeres. Mm. So
a
that's
lot of
the
menu influence there.
yeah. I am quite excited.
Okay.
Okay, over to you.
So on Yep, thank you. Okay, that was great insight there, Pio. Thank you. On my side, you can see we have cells, so that's common in all of our teams. Palmer as well, and Watkins as well. So we won't go through all those three players. What I have set up my team for is to bench boost. Since we're talking about chips anyway, to bench boost in game week 1. I was looking around at game week 2, 3, and 4, it seems like game week 1 gives me of a less headache. I do not need to choose who to put into the first 11. So with a bench boost, everyone plays in that sense. So that's how I've set up my team, that everyone should at least be starting. But of course, it's not 100%. Like I like to call him reindeers. All right. So reindeers may not start, but I believe that he would get an impact. So even if Jao Pedro don't start with maybe the lap starting, he would definitely come in. And when I've seen João Pedro coming in and making an impact, even if it's 10, 15 minutes. So that's why I'm giving the bench boost a go, since I have two anyway. I've paid the price of not using my chips early last season, so I'm going to go a bit gung ho this season. And hence also there's no Salah in my team. I've watched him enough in preseason, and only to realize that there were a lot of players around him that are moving faster. In checking his age, I realized that he was 33 and Van Dijk is 34. You can't help but to notice the difference. And I see that Salah has been passing more. Previously, there's no such thing about passing in his game. So these are things that I noticed, and at that price point of 14, I think. I think there are better players like Words and Gakpo. So I think like what Pio mentioned, this might be Gakpo's season. Kudus is my way into the Tottenham's team because of their first game against Burnley. So that's why I want to have him in there. Ekitike looks very bright, and it's a home game against Bournemouth that has quite a depleted defense, and that's why I'm having him in my team. And all my subs, including Milenkovic against Brentford, again quite a team that has been quite depleted, and hopefully we can get a clean sheet. So all playing players in my first 15.
Mm, okay.
Yep, on to
Interesting
you,
you say
Fauzan.
that, but I am a strong believer that, I mean, at the end of the day, look at you and how you play on the futsal game. So all might still be goal. This is my team. So it's interesting that we actually look around and realize that we have one team with Haaland base, one team with a Salah base, which is mine, and one team without both of these. So without the two most expensive players. So this is where we get to see that there's actually some differentials between the three of us, and we shall see how we do. Um, I am no expert the way the other two have actually, explained the team. Looking at mine, I believe that Salah still has one or two tricks in him. I still hope that he can pull off something. In terms of Virgil, same with the experience should come. A stronger back defense line and being able to read the game, and Salah also modifying his game. If Ronaldo can do it, I mean, of course, not everybody's a Ronaldo, but we hope that there's still something there. My main differences here would be the Ndiaye and Mbuemo. So in the case of Mbuemo, I am very excited seeing the debut game and seeing him actually on set pieces. I mean, of course, we still have Bruno Fernandes there, but there is always an option. And the way seeing him dynamic, moving, and actually fighting for the ball, even in a starter game like that, gives me hope that he's going to make waves. And of course, I have always liked to pick the differentials and hope that they do well. So looking at the experts, they stay away from the new players and also stay away from the like what they said, the older players. But I want to see how this goes. This is just an experiment for me. Unfortunately, I don't think I can do a bench boost. I might lose a couple of players there, but we, we can always hope. The fact is, because if you want to fit Palmer, Mbuemo, and Salah in one team, you're gonna have to make some sacrifices. So this is how my team looks like. Even though he puts it as the Salah team, I hope it's not Salah at all. I hope that's correct. Okay.
Awesome.
All I know is I think Goodfella, the A game, is very proud of you, Fonzie, for putting an Everton player in your team.
Yeah,
Injai might
uh,
be the one that scores. So I hope so.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this page, what we're looking at are the selected players. So there are some of you who are picking your teams based on safety in numbers. So this is a safety in numbers page. So if you are deciding who to pick, these are the top fives in terms of forwards, midfield, defense, and goalkeepers. So I'll go with forwards first. João Pedro is one of the higher picks. Could be because of his price and because of his preseason. Gokares is because of the excitement, I think. There are a lot of players that play this game. Strangely, Gokares is not in many of the expert teams. But they are in general in the 7 million people, and not all of them are experts. So he's the second one. And third one is Watkins, and all the way fourth is Haaland, and fifth is Mateta. Mateta is an interesting pick if you want a differential. Notice that there is no Chris Woods there. He has dropped down quite far down in terms of the pecking order. So these are your first five. And what Pio mentioned previously was Haaland. If you notice on the list on the right hand side, Haaland is all the way down and it's only being owned by 22.9%. Unlike previously, that almost 50% or 60% own Haaland. So those are the top five for your forwards.
I don't understand. Gyökeres is higher than Haaland in ownership. He's not even tested in the league, and
Yes.
people are buying him.
Now, because of the price
Yes,
point,
exactly.
nine
At
dollars as compared
14.
to 14. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
14, if
Very
he's playing
difficult
the
to
way
pick.
he was playing in the second half of last season, right? It's not worth the
Yeah,
investment and not worth the
It's
risk,
not worth.
especially
Yeah.
because
he
it,
needs to
Yeah.
it
score.
So
frees
I
up
think a
your
lot of people are
funds.
waiting.
He needs to score 2 goals per game.
Mm.
Mm.
No, no, I mean,
That's right.
he has
I mean,
always
the
been
first season he
exciting.
came.
Yeah,
Mm.
Mm, so the chemistry is not there yet. Whether he's too comfortable with the high salary or what. I mean, I'll rather wait to see whether I can fit him in.
you must remember also
But I
previously
definitely
that
not
he
going to
used to
start
have
with him.
players that can feed him, you know,
Mm.
with players that
KDB,
True.
can, that,
True.
oh yeah, this is
KDB
the
lah,
first
of
season
course,
without
exactly.
KDB. Yeah,
Mm,
correct.
Without KDB, yes,
mm,
exactly.
yeah. And Savinho is also leaving. Looks like
Yep.
it. So yeah. I mean, it remains to be seen. Mamush is there, so let's see.
Mm.
Going to the midfield, we have the top pick, like what I think Pio also mentioned correctly. Palmer is the new Salah, maybe. Everybody has him. Um, among all, again, it could be because of his price point. Because Palmer, Salah, and Haaland, Palmer is the cheapest at 10. I think he's a very selectable midfielder that you should have.
Mm.
That's what I feel, and it goes by the popularity. 60% owns Palmer. Then comes Salah, Wirtz, new player, Kudus, and Bruno Fernandes. And Bruno Fernandes is not in the list on the right hand side because he drops all the way down.
Mm.
But I really like Bruno Fernandes because he takes penalties, he takes the corners, and I think even though with Cunha and Ambuemo, I love both players. I think they are exceptional. But I still think a lot of things go through Bruno, and Bruno gets that defensive points as well.
Correct. And with a stronger
Actually,
team,
Embuemo also.
supporting it, he might actually get more opportunities for goals and to foray forward further.
That's right.
Mm. So how about the back line?
Mm. The back line, Frimpong is way up there. I think he jumped up in terms of ownership after the Charity Shield. Although I really think that goal was a fluke. No disrespect to all the Liverpool fans, but he played well. He played well on the right hand side.
Mm.
He's a $6. I'm surprised that it's not Kirkes that got the nod. But it's him. But it's really, I think, because of see what one goal can do in terms of ownership. One Basika is a 4.5 option for West Ham. Good fixtures, good starting fixture with and so he does foray up and down. Good defensive abilities as well. Van der Ven, like what Pio mentioned for Tottenham, Good player. Konza is away into Aston Villa, and Van Dijk is Van Dijk for Liverpool. So those are the top five defenders.
Hey, you really miss cycling, ah?
In terms of
You really
goalkeeper,
miss cycling, ah? His name is
sorry.
Wan Bisaka lah. Basika, Basika, Basika. For the past few weeks, I
Oh,
always say
one B
Basika.
Saka. That's why. Yeah, one B Saka. In fact, when I
Basikal.
spelt it, I had to correct myself. So, yeah,
So you
one
can
B
say,
Saka.
or
Sorry,
1B Saka.
I don't want to disturb the Man United fan. Will be
It's
difficult.
not a 1A
Not
Very
Saka.
even Man
stressed.
United player anymore.
Top five goalkeepers. Yeah. Top five goalkeepers. Dubravka. I think a lot of you have, right? Pio, you have him,
No,
or was it Fonzie?
Fonzie, I think.
Fonzie. Yeah, I think it's because he's a 4.0. So he's a
Yeah.
4.0 playing goalkeeper. That's why he's the top there. Then comes Sales, which all of us have. So we agree with that one. Kelleher, very famous starting pick. Also because of the price point, but he could or could not start. So that's something to look out for in terms of team news. And then comes Pickford and Becker from Liverpool.
Okay, moving on. We have
So yeah,
captaincy picks. Looking at this, we have 55% overwhelming majority picking Salah. Okay, we hope that we are not Salah again, but there's always hope that he actually maintains the way that he plays in the last season. Haaland is basically a dream, a hope pick. We really hope that he can get back the form that he did in the first half of last season. And Words, the
Mhm.
new player, again with new hope. He's still very much untested in this new team. We shall see how it goes. Palmer, surprisingly, even though he is a top pick as a midfielder and the top picked player in the whole league, but only 7% actually willing to put him as captain. Watkins is because of his goals that they hope that he's going to score this year based on his performance in the last season. And Bowen makes up the 3% at 69 votes. Hmm. Yeah.
Interesting.
You pick.
so I think if you have Salah, right, you got to captain him because it's a home game. So if you have Salah, yeah, you just have to captain him. I wouldn't captain Gakpo, just not feeling it yet. So if I don't have Salah, I don't have Haaland, then my next captain would most likely be Palmer. So I would be going for Palmer as captain. Pure?
I'm just going for the fact that I'm going to follow this rule where I'm just going to captain the most expensive player in my team.
So Palmer lah.
Okay, so Haaland it is.
Oh,
Yes.
Haaland. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Haaland.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, does make
Yeah,
sense. If you
Yeah.
hope that he's going to score, then
yeah,
he
Yeah.
better put him as captain.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Approaching this very differently this year.
I would like to thank Fantasy Football Scout first and foremost for where I took these stats from. So just shout out to them for sharing with us their polls, because you got a lot of people holding their captaincies.
Mm. Okay, and that rounds up our game week one picks here. We also have uploaded 1 minute picks, our hit list,
Mm.
where we show you our team in short, and actually give you some ideas if you're actually wondering how we actually pick our teams. And then we also like to thank all the people who have been watching us and the people who are new subscribers to us as well. Thank you so much for joining us. Give us your feedback. Let us know what you want us to cover, what you want us to talk about, and we greatly appreciate whatever feedback that you give us. It really means a lot to us. We're doing this for fun, to be honest, but at the same time, I think it's something that we take some pride in. So thank you very much, Tevi, on AM.
Yeah. And yeah, really, really, bottom of our hearts, we really thank everyone for the feedback and comments. And please write your comments below. We will definitely answer them, especially if you do not know who to choose and you have only 2 days left. So if you are new here, please don't. It only takes a second to click like and subscribe and tell your friends about us. Cheers.
Yes.
Okay. Take care and all the best for the new season. Bye bye.